What up, shit? Timus here. This week I'm doing my reviews for music biopics because of us. Here's my review for the fifth music film biopic I'm doing a review for, and that is the 1986 film Sid and Nancy. Now, Sid and Nancy is directed by Alex Cox, and is actually a film about Sex Pistols singer Sid Vicious, who is actually played by a very young Gary Oldman. Now, this was, I guess you could say, one of Gary Oldman's first major. I believe he did some stuff beforehand, but this was like the movie that really put him on the map. Then, of course, he will go on to do stuff like playing Winston Churchill, do stuff like playing Lee Harvey Oswald. I mean, he's done some. He's had a habit of playing real life figures before. Of course, not to mention he played Dracula too. I mean, this is maybe one of his best performances, in my opinion. Uh, I mean, Gary Oldman is so great as the role of Sid Vicious. And if you guys don't really know much about the story here, uh, it's where like Sex Pistols are having their all apart from following their breakout success in England, and they venture out onto their first U.S. tour, and Sid Vicious ends up taking his troubled girlfriend Nancy Spugnan along for the ride. Now, Nancy is actually portrayed by Chloe Webb, who you might remember as the role of Monica on, who is pretty much Frank Gallagher's ex-wife on Shameless. So, yeah, that was interesting to see her like a very young her and her young theirs. And along for the couple's turbulent relationship strains from patients of the bandmates included John Rodder, played by Andrew Schofield, and their manager Malcolm McLaren, played by David Heyman. And of course, Sid and Nancy both takes a turn for the worse with drug addiction and everything. I mean, this movie is like you're getting. It is a very sad film, and how both Sid and Nancy went is very tragic, but it is really decent film here. Now, of course, I've been checking out that Sex Pistol series on Hulu, Pistol, which is, by the way, not bad so far. And they actually do have a Sin and Nasty storyline, which just looks like a remake out of this in a weird way. But this showcases more stuff that wasn't really told you this feature. And it is a really intriguing film. Shows of how rocky relationship both Sin and Nancy relationship was. It's a little bit like the Joker and Harley Quinn's relationship, but they're not as bad as I guess it wasn't as bad as Joker, but still, definitely had a bit of a Joker Harley Quinn vibe with their relationship here. Anyway, it doesn't really have too much music though. It's not really much of music. It's more like an in depth of his life, and also I wouldn't really consider this a musical. Like unlike stuff like La Bamba or even Bohemian Rhapsody or anything like that, I wouldn't consider this like a music film, but it does have some like it does showcase some of the Sex Pistols music and everything, and it is a really intriguing film worth checking out with great performances. So I'll say if you guys have not seen Sin and Nancy, do yourself a favor, go watch it. Really decent film, and yeah, I mean Sid Vicious and Nancy's like they're they really came to a tragic end and gone way too soon. They died at a very young age at the time too. So sad what these like rock stars and singers do like when they have to deal with drugs and everything. But it's sad, but really tragic how they all just go like that. But Cincinnati is a really decent one worth checking out. With great performances, great direction. Uh, it is a really decent movie worth checking out. So if you guys have not seen Cincinnati, not sure where you can find it nowadays. Let me check. It doesn't really say where you can find it, but give it a go if you guys ever seen it. Let me let you guys. Have you ever seen Cincinnati? So what's up? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Were you ever like a fan of Sex Pistols? Comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Timmy Style.